Your costume in the film is absolutely stunning. Why don't we take a look at it first and then talk about whether you were happy with this costume or not. I think we have a picture right here of you as well.
That's my actual face. I'm not even acting in the scene.
Yeah,
That's my face.
Yeah. So was that obviously very...
To say Amber has been having a bad run with the Aquaman franchise would be an understatement, as a lot of events not in her favor have happened over the past couple of weeks, but this latest one involving Jason Momoa just has to be the worst of the pack, as this just might have been exactly what the people have been waiting for on the whole subject, as Jason just might have confirmed everything we have been thinking on her appearance in the show. I know you're one of the people interested in knowing about this, so stick with me while I spill the tea. I know you're probably surprised that things have already reached the point where people are protesting against her being in the film. But again, this isn't even the worst she has had it in this whole thing, as Jason's reaction in a recent interview to the case will leave your jaws dropped, because this might just be the height of it all. So, since the case between Amber and Johnny started, a lot of people on the internet have been pretty vocal about their stance on the whole issue. But that was not the case with most celebrities, as they chose to steer clear of the whole issue because of its controversial nature, which was pretty understandable. But now that the whole case is over, things are starting to take a different direction. And now, Jason Momoa has just gotten in the front line of this, as he was asked about the whole subject. Specifically, while Momoa was on the red carpet at the premiere of the third installment of the show C, not so surprisingly, the Amber and Aquaman subject came up. But the kick in this whole case is that he managed to not only subtly shade her, but he did it with style. This is exactly what he said.
All the hype, all the buzz, all the talk, Aquaman 2, what can we expect? Have you talked to Amber? How are things?
It's just laughs. I've never...
As you heard, he called it all laughs, seemingly implying that the whole thing appeared as more or less a joke to him, and probably most of the other parties that have been involved in that film. Another aspect of the interview that gave away his thoughts on Amber is that he was actually interested in other castmates, not only from the Aquaman film, but also from the C series, as he was repeatedly saying hi to them while on the interview. Now, what this tells us is that Jason is probably sick of the whole matter and might even be slightly worried about how the film would do in the box office, because several people have already announced that they would be boycotting the film not only because Amber remained in the film after the court proved that she had been lying about her claims against Johnny, but also because the production company, Warner Bros., cut the Pirates of the Caribbean actor out of a film almost immediately after Amber started to make her claims. And now, things have gotten so bad that an online petition has now been started to have the actress removed from the film, and as of today, the petition has already gotten more than 4.6 million signatures. As in 4.6 million people are basically saying that they won't be watching the movie if she isn't completely cut out. And all things considered, that's a pretty high stake for the company to gamble with. Anyway, the whole thing, coupled with the recent interview from Momoa, had a lot of people talking on social media, with some giving their thoughts on Momoa's stance on the whole case. One user wrote, "Well, he really ignored that. I love it, because if he supported Amber, he would have said something nice. Yes, but I wanted to hear her question about Game of Thrones and his answer." Another user who noticed something similar from his reaction also wrote, "It was a compound question and he chose to simply answer the 'and what about Aquaman 2?' part of the question and basically pretended her name wasn't even mentioned, though he did look uncomfortable, talked about it as quickly as possible and obviously didn't want to address it. We're not really sure how this would affect the existing views about the film, but let's just say things are starting to look more and more like she'll be out of it with each passing day, but we'll see where things end up. Remember, these are based on theories and research and should be taken as such. That's it for now, guys. See you on the next one.